Hey, what's up everyone? This is Nick, and today we're doing another action figure review. This is the NECA Toys Alien Resurrection Ripley 8. So first we're going to take a look at the packaging here. Just like the packaging for the other Alien figures by NECA Toys, we don't have packaging that's necessarily specific to a series or uniform for the whole line. Instead, we have packaging that is always specific for the film or comic or game that the specific alien or human figure in this case is from. Or in this case, I guess it's a human and alien figure. So we have the Alien Resurrection title across there. I absolutely love that font that they use, and I love that image of the Alien Queen's arms pulling apart that slit that they have there in place of the eye. Really cool. I have a poster of this on the wall. It's like I think it's an 11 by 17. It's not a full size, but I absolutely love that poster. I do think my favorite poster is still the Alien 3 poster as far as the movie posters go, but the Resurrection one is a close second. And those of you that watch this channel know I'm a big Alien Resurrection fan. I am in the minority there, where it is probably in my top 3 Alien and Predator films. But that's for another video. So we have some good gallery images here of Ripley 8. And I like that they call her Ripley 8 and not Ellen Ripley or Lieutenant Ripley, because this is a different character. She looks like Ripley, she shares some of the same genetic traits, but she is a different character. So there we have her with her basketball, which is really something we only knew that she was going to include maybe a couple months ago. At first we just thought this figure came with the weapons, but we do have an extra pair of hands, which I didn't know she came with until today, opening her up, because they're kind of concealed down here. They're covered up by this flap. And that the inclusion of that basketball is really cool. We'll go into that in a second. But we do have images of the other figures down here. Now, usually all 3 of these figures come in packaging like this, but this is actually, this newborn alien is a deluxe figure, so he's going to come in window box packaging. These 2 figures did not release at the same time, which is unusual. This one just dropped yesterday. This one we're reviewing dropped about a week ago. So in a few days I will probably review this alien once I have it. And I am behind on the newborn. I will be getting that shortly, as well as the repainted, repackaged Queen for Resurrection as well. I actually like that coloring better than the one we have for the 86 version. I really like that rust brownish coloring that they gave the aliens in the 3rd and 4th film. But really cool packaging. I love the Resurrection aesthetic. I like that they incorporated the architecture of the Ariga into this. One of my favorite toy packaging designs of all time is the packaging that Hasbro used for the original 1997 toy line for the theatrical release of this movie. So this definitely harkens back to it. So here we have Ripley 8, which is probably one of my most anticipated figures of the year. I'd say Ripley 8, the newborn alien, and the Alien 3 creature pack, which we already reviewed a few weeks ago, probably like halfway through July. Those are my most hyped releases. I've been waiting for these for a long time. So right off the bat, we're going to start looking at the figure itself. Sculpt wise, really fantastic. This is a really good face sculpt for this scale, and it does a great job representing Sigourney Weaver. I think it really captures her face perfectly sculpt-wise. I think there is something about the paint in the eyes that makes her seem a little lifeless. I don't know, there just should be something else there. So that's the one thing that seems a little off. I do think they did something weird with the lighting in her eyes in the movie, kind of like with Blade Runner, where there's like that extra glare in the eyes, and that was just to make her look a little bit more alien. But I think the best face sculpt And the one that's complemented the best by a fantastic paint job is still the Alien 3 version of her. So I will say this, the Alien 3 version I think is still, one, my favorite look for Ripley, and two, my favorite NECA alien figure as far as the human figures go. And I'd say this Ripley I do like better than the 79 version, both of them, and both versions of the 1986. Well, all three versions of the 1986 one. So we've had a lot of Ripleys, especially when you include the retools, repaints, repackages, and the Kenner version, but I think this one is number 2, so that's really saying something. Just behind the Alien 3 version. I love this outfit. This is my favorite outfit for Ripley. I like how it represents the xenomorph. It has those same shoulder designs and kind of a biomechanical look to it. Same coloration as well as the alien's body. Very cool. I like her Michael Jackson 90s haircut, and they sculpted it so it looks very wet, and it is very black and shiny the way it's painted, so it looks wet. She looks shiny all over, so she has this very wet appearance, which is fitting because everybody has that kind of wet, glossy aesthetic look to them in that film. But this is just an absolutely incredible work here. I'm looking at her chest to see if they gave her that incision scar. I think it would be further down. I can faintly see something there. And I don't know if that's just like a chest muscle in there, or if it is supposed to be the incision. I think it's a little too high to be the incision. It's not going to show up on camera because you can just barely see it with the naked eye. But speaking of details that are on her, she does have the number 8 tattoo on her forearm there, because she is, of course, Ripley number 8. So she is the 8th clone. They tried 7 other clones that we know of, and they were all abominations on the outside, and she appears, for the most part, to be the actual Ripley. The other amazing detail we have here is that they painted her nails black, just like in the film. So, and she didn't give herself like a nail job or anything. She was born with these nails. So this is just another xenomorph attribute that she inherited. And they even sculpted them so they're kind of pointed. So, really incredible. But yeah, incredible costume work. It looks real. It looks like it's actual leather, the way it's sculpted and painted. I love these boots. I love the knee pads. It's a great costume. She's a very tall figure because she is, of course, a tall character. So articulation-wise, the head goes side to side, down and up. It's going to be hindered slightly by her hair, something the Alien 3 figure didn't have an issue with. Shoulders in and out, forward, back, full 90 at the elbow. You have a rocker at the wrist. You have a swivel at the waist, a little bit of a rocker in there as well. You have legs that go forward and back at the hips. She's got kind of that rubber diaper thing going on, but it doesn't look big and baggy. It actually conforms to the shape of her really nicely. It's really well concealed. And then you do have a full 90 at the knee, and that swivels back and forth as well. And then you do have, of course, the rocker on the ankle, like all NECA figures. So I will quickly go over her accessories. We do have 2 open palm hands, which again, I didn't think we were going to get these at all, but it's especially cool that we got 2. I mean, even just 1 would have been fine. So that is, of course, to hold the basketball. The basketball has a really nice basketball texture to it. Has real nice paint. They painted the lines nicely, nice gloss. So the basketball is just such a fun accessory. I love that they included that. When I first saw a picture of that in the test images of the packaging, I was just blown away by that. So here we have the first weapon that she comes with, let's see if I can focus in on this. I don't know why we're having trouble focusing here. Okay, there. So I believe this is the flamethrower. So this is the smaller of the two weapons. It's got a very nice metallic color to it, really nicely detailed strap, all these nice little mechanical gun details on it. And then we have the larger weapon that still has a nice metallic color to it. It is darker, and they both look like real metal, and they have a weight to them. Now, they aren't actually made out of die cast or anything. I think it's just a very hard, heavy plastic, which is cool because then they won't warp. But there is a nice bit of flexibility to these straps. So you could maybe have her shoulder one of these weapons and then hold the basketball. I'm going to have her hold this smaller weapon because I think this is the one she used in the film. Again, I think this is the flamethrower. So there's just to get a rough idea of how she'll look holding it. And here she is compared to the McFarlane Alien. Again, like I said, I don't have the NECA version, but there you can get just an impression of how she looks next to another 7-inch Resurrection figure. So really incredible. Totally happy to finally have these. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I would recommend getting your NECA figures from freshfigures.com. Head over there now. I think the pre-order for this is sold out, but I would keep checking. Maybe put yourself on a wait list. There should be more stock coming as far as I know, but you could always pre-order and purchase other new NECA releases from freshfigures.com as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys around. Bye.